Scarborough Shoal, South China Sea, April 1st, 2026, 10:17 a.m. 340 U.S. Marines protecting Filipino fishermen when 22 Chinese Coast Guard ships appeared, racing at ramming speed. Collision course, impact in 90 seconds. But this wasn't warning, wasn't intimidation. Chinese captains received kill orders: ram Philippine boats, sink them, drown fishermen, blame accident, start war, eliminate American witnesses. Captain Rodriguez, USS Chaffee commander, 340 Marines total across 3 destroyers, saw Chinese ships accelerating, 50 knots, ramming formation, targeting 8 Filipino fishing boats, 72 fishermen aboard, families, fathers, sons, about to die. Rodriguez transmitted, "Chinese ships, you are on collision course, 80 seconds to impact, turn away immediately." Chinese response, silence, ships accelerating, 70 seconds, 60, 50, fishermen screaming, Americans watching, collision imminent, death approaching. Then Rodriguez made decision that started 27-minute battle, destroying China's entire Coast Guard Northern Fleet. This is Operation Guardian Shoal. 48 hours earlier, Beijing, Coast Guard headquarters. Admiral Liu Wei, Chinese Coast Guard commander, received orders directly from Xi Jinping, orders that would trigger biggest naval confrontation since World War II. Xi's command: Filipino fishermen operating Scarborough Shoal are violating Chinese sovereignty. American destroyers protecting them demonstrate Western aggression, create incident, make it look accidental, sink fishing boats, blame bad weather, eliminate American credibility, show world China controls these waters, execute immediately. Liu understood assignment, not just harassment, not just water cannons, actual ramming, actual sinking, actual deaths. Start war, blame Philippines, humiliate America. Xi's rage boiling over since losing 18 warships last month to American Marines protecting the Philippines. Revenge time. Liu mobilized massive force, 22 Coast Guard vessels, each displacing 3,000 tons, steel-hulled, ice-breaking bows, designed for Arctic crushing, perfect for ramming wooden fishing boats, plus concealed weapons, hidden machine guns, deck-mounted rockets, not civilian vessels, military disguised as Coast Guard. Chinese captains briefed. Approach Scarborough Shoal, Filipino fishing boats operating there. 8 boats, 72 fishermen total. American destroyers nearby, 3 ships, 340 Marines. Here's mission: ram fishing boats, full speed, break hulls, sink vessels, fishermen drown, claim navigation error, weather interference, accidental collision, international sympathy, American witnesses discredited, war begins. Questions? One captain asked, "What if Americans intervene?" Liu: "They won't. Too close to Filipino boats, can't shoot without hitting civilians, trapped, helpless, perfect opportunity, execute." But Liu miscalculated catastrophically, never studied American Marine psychology, never understood what 340 Marines do when witnessing mass murder, never imagined creative solutions desperate situations demand. Meanwhile, Scarborough Shoal, 120 miles west of the Philippines, triangular reef, shallow lagoon, perfect fishing. Filipino boats arrived dawn, traditional bancas,
wooden hulls, outrider stabilizers, generations-old designs. 72 fishermen, casting nets, hauling catch, feeding families, peaceful morning, normal routine. But 3 American destroyers patrolling nearby, USS Chaffee, USS Gridley, USS Porter, combined crew 340 Marines and sailors. Mission: freedom of navigation, protect Philippine sovereignty, show American presence, deter Chinese aggression. Captain James Rodriguez, Chaffee commander, experienced destroyer captain, 2 combat deployments, calm under pressure, professional warrior. Addressed combined crews that morning. Marines: China's been harassing Filipino fishermen daily. Water cannons, ramming threats, intimidation. We're here ensuring their safety. Philippines is treaty ally. We defend them, period. Stay alert. Chinese Coast Guard aggressive, unpredictable. Trust your training.
Lieutenant Commander Sarah Chen monitored radar continuously, standard procedure, tracking all vessels, maintaining situational awareness, professional vigilance. At 9:45 a.m., Chen detected massive contact, multiple ships, bearing northwest, range 40 miles, approaching fast. 22 Chinese Coast Guard ships detected, bearing 315, range 40 miles, speed 45 knots. Formation suggests coordinated approach. This isn't patrol, this is assault formation. Chen transmitted, Captain Rodriguez, 22 Chinese Coast Guard ships detected, bearing 315, range 40 miles, speed 45 knots. Formation suggests coordinated approach. This isn't patrol, this is assault formation. Rodriguez assessed data, 22 ships, military formation, high speed, heading directly toward 8 defenseless Filipino fishing boats, 72 civilians, families about to be surrounded, threatened, maybe worse. Rodriguez transmitted to Filipino boats. Philippine fishing vessels, this is U.S. Navy. 22 Chinese ships approaching your position. Recommend immediate withdrawal. Will escort you to safety. Filipino boat captain Miguel Santos, 62 years old, fishing these waters 40 years, responded, American ship, thank you warning, but we leave, Chinese claim victory, say we abandoned Philippine waters, admit their control, cannot do. We stay, we fish, this our ocean, our livelihood, our sovereignty. Rodriguez understood, not just fishing, national pride, territorial rights. Backing down meant surrendering. Filipino dignity demanded standing firm, but 72 lives at risk, 22 Chinese ships approaching, 3 American destroyers responsible for protection. Rodriguez transmitted destroyers. Gridley, Porter, form defensive perimeter around Filipino boats, close formation, prepare for Chinese harassment. Rules of engagement, defensive only, protect civilians, no first shots, but if Chinese endanger Filipino lives, weapons free. Understood? Both captains confirmed. 3 destroyers repositioned, surrounding 8 fishing boats, protective formation, human shield, American steel protecting Filipino wood. 340 Marines ready, waiting, watching. At 10:05 a.m., 22 Chinese Coast Guard ships appeared on horizon. Massive vessels, white hulls, red stripes, Coast Guard markings, but approaching combat formation. No peaceful intent, aggressive posture, hostile approach. Chinese lead ship, Captain Zhang commanding, transmitted, American vessels, you are operating in Chinese territorial waters. Withdraw immediately. Filipino boats illegal, violating Chinese sovereignty. Depart now or face consequences. Rodriguez responded, Chinese Coast Guard, these are international waters, Philippines' exclusive economic zone. Filipino fishermen have every right fishing here. We will not withdraw. We will not abandon treaty allies. Maintain safe distance. Do not approach fishing boats. Zhang, final warning, leave now or accept responsibility for what happens next. We're not leaving. 340 Marines don't abandon civilians, ever. Whatever you're planning, reconsider carefully. At 10:15 a.m., 22 Chinese ships split formation, surrounding American destroyers and Filipino boats, complete encirclement. Then something unexpected. All 22 ships turned bows inward toward fishing boats, engines revving, accelerating, ramming speed, collision course, impact in 2 minutes. This wasn't harassment. This was murder. Coordinated mass murder. 72 Filipino fishermen about to be crushed, drowned, killed, while 340 Americans watched helplessly. Or so China thought. Rodriguez saw Chinese intention instantly, checked destroyer positions, surrounding Filipino boats, but gaps existed. Spaces between American ships, Chinese targeting those gaps, planning slip through, ram fishing boats from multiple angles simultaneously, overwhelm defenses, guarantee kills, blame chaos, claim accident. 120 seconds to impact. Filipino fishermen watching, praying, crying, seeing death approaching. 72 lives, 22 Chinese ships, 3 American destroyers. Collision catastrophic. Everyone dies. Mass casualty. International incident. World War III trigger. Then Rodriguez transmitted order changing everything. All Marines, battle stations, load Harpoon missiles, target all 22 Chinese vessels, prepare to defend Filipino civilians, weapons authorized, stand by for my command. 60 seconds, Chinese ships 3,000 meters, closing, accelerating, collision imminent, war starting, history changing. Rodriguez keyed radio, final warning, last chance, ultimate decision moment. Chinese Coast Guard, you are 60 seconds from ramming Filipino fishing boats. We interpret this as lethal attack on Philippine civilians. American treaty ally under assault. We will defend them. Turn away now or face complete destruction. Final warning. Chang responded, you won't fire. Too close to Filipino boats. Missiles might hit civilians. You're trapped. Move aside, let us through, or everyone dies together. Rodriguez smiled. Chang miscalculated. Badly. Marines don't abandon civilians, ever. And 340 Marines, 8 Harpoon launchers, 60 seconds, enough eliminating 22 Chinese Coast Guard ships without touching single Filipino boat. Rodriguez transmitted, Marines, Filipino fishermen are treaty allies. China's about to murder them. We stop this, now. Fire. At 10:17 a.m., 30 seconds before collision, 8 Harpoon anti-ship missiles launched from 3 destroyers. Chinese Coast Guard's ramming attempt ending violently.
10:17 a.m., 8 Harpoon missiles airborne. But 22 Chinese ships charging. Math problem, 8 missiles, 22 targets. Impossible odds. China's numerical advantage, American miscalculation, Filipino fishermen doomed. Collision still happening, death still coming. Except Rodriguez planned perfectly. Harpoons targeted not individual ships, targeted formation leaders, ships closest to Filipino boats, ships 60 seconds from impact, most immediate threats. Eliminate those, collapse entire attack. Brilliant tactics, desperate creativity, Marine Corps excellence. 8 Harpoons struck 8 leading Chinese Coast Guard ships. Massive explosions, bows destroyed, bridges shattered, engines flooding, ships losing control, spinning sideways, blocking other Chinese vessels, creating maritime traffic jam, collision cascade, Chinese ships ramming each other, chaos, confusion, attack formation disintegrating. But 14 Chinese ships survived, still charging, different angles, trying maneuver around destroyed leaders, still determined ramming Filipino boats, kill fishermen, complete mission, accept losses, achieve objective. Rodriguez watched radar, 14 ships, new approach vectors, 60 seconds remaining, need more missiles. But harpoon reloads take 4 minutes, don't have 4 minutes, need different solution, need now. Rodriguez transmitted, all Marines, port and starboard gun crews, 14 Chinese ships still approaching, 5-inch guns, engage all targets, rapid fire, destroy them before they reach fishing boats. 3 destroyers' main guns rotated, 5-inch Mk-45 guns, capable firing 20 rounds per minute, 3 guns total, 60 rounds per minute combined, targeting 14 ships. Fire mission, stop ramming attempt, save civilians, eliminate threat. Guns fired continuously, boom, boom, boom. Shells striking Chinese ships, superstructures hit, bridges destroyed, engines damaged, but Coast Guard vessels tough, ice-breaking hulls, reinforced steel, designed Arctic crushing, taking hits, still advancing, still dangerous. 10 ships now, 45 seconds, closing fast, gun crews sweating, loading, firing, hitting, killing, but not stopping. Chinese determination fanatical, suicide mission, death acceptable, mission completion paramount. Then something happened nobody expected. Filipino fishermen, 72 men watching American Marines fighting for their lives, made decision-changing battle completely. Miguel Santos, fishing boat captain, grabbed radio. American ships, Filipino boats can move. We have engines. Tell us where go. We help you fight. Move away from danger. Give you clear shot. Use us. Rodriguez realized brilliant opportunity. Filipino boats mobile, can reposition, create clear firing lanes, remove civilian constraint, enable full firepower. Perfect solution. Ultimate teamwork. Rodriguez transmitted, Filipino boats, head south, maximum speed, clear the area, give us room destroying these ships, go now. 8 Filipino fishing boats' engines roared, small motors, 15 horsepower, slow speed, but moving, heading south, away from Chinese, away from Americans, creating clear water, enabling unrestricted combat. Perfect execution.
Chinese ships saw Filipinos moving, adjusted vectors, chasing fishing boats, still planning ram, still determined kill, but now exposed. No American destroyers blocking, clear targets, perfect firing solution. Rodriguez, Marines, Filipinos cleared area, all weapons free, destroy every Chinese ship, fire everything. Hell unleashed. 3 destroyers firing simultaneously, 5-inch guns, close-in weapons systems, machine guns, everything. 14 Chinese Coast Guard ships caught in open water, no cover, no protection, no chance. First Chinese ship disintegrated, 5-inch shell penetrated bridge, detonated inside, ship exploding, breaking apart, sinking instantly. Second ship hit by Phalanx CIWAS, 20mm depleted uranium rounds, 6,000 rounds per minute, hull shredded, crew killed, ship flooding, sinking. Third, fourth, fifth, falling like dominoes. American firepower overwhelming, Chinese ramming attempt collapsing, fishermen escaping, Americans dominating. But 8 Chinese ships survived initial barrage, regrouped, changed tactics. If can't ram fishing boats, ram American destroyers, suicide vessels, human torpedoes, take Americans with them,
martyrdom acceptable, victory guaranteed, death glorious. 8 Chinese ships turned, targeting USS Chafee, all 8 converging vectors, coordinated suicide attack, planning simultaneous collision, multiple impacts, sink destroyer, kill 340 Marines, achieve something, die trying. Rodriguez saw converging contacts, 8 ships, all heading straight at Chafee. Impact in 40 seconds, collision unavoidable. Destroyer can't evade 8 directions simultaneously, can't outrun, can't dodge. Only option, destroy all 8 before they arrive. Rodriguez transmitted, Gridley, Porter, 8 Chinese ships targeting Chafee, converging attack, engage all targets, destroy them before impact, 35 seconds. 2 destroyers rotated weapons, targeting 8 ships, but geometry problem. 3 destroyers, 8 targets, multiple angles, overlapping fire zones, friendly fire risk, complex targeting, 30 seconds. Rodriguez made command decision. Gridley, take 4 eastern ships. Porter, 4 western. Chafee handles forward 2. Divide and conquer. Execute. 25 seconds, 3 destroyers firing different targets, coordinated fire, professional execution. Eastern ship exploded, western ship shredded, forward ship sinking, 7 left. 20 seconds, another explosion, eastern ship gone, 6 left. 15 seconds, 2 more destroyed, 4 left. 10 seconds. 4 Chinese Coast Guard ships still charging, ramming speed, impact inevitable. Rodriguez's destroyer targeted, 340 Marines watching death approaching. Collision in 8 seconds, 7, 6.
Then Chafee's phalanx system activated automatically. Computer-controlled defense, last resort protection. Brrr! 6,000 rounds per minute. Depleted uranium, tracking 4 targets simultaneously, computer calculating intercepts, firing continuously. 5 seconds, first Chinese ship shredded, hull penetrated, sinking. 4 seconds, second ship hit, bridge destroyed, losing control. 3 seconds, third ship flooding, turning away. 2 seconds, fourth ship engines killed, dead in water. 1 second, collision averted. All 4 ships stopped, sinking, destroyed, 0 impact. Perfect defense. 340 Marines safe, Filipino fishermen safe, unharmed, grateful, crying, thanking Americans, thanking God, thanking Marines. Lives saved, sovereignty defended, dignity preserved. Miguel Santos transmitted, American Marines, you saved our lives, fought for us, protected us. Philippines never forgets. Thank you, forever thank you. Rodriguez responded, Miguel, your treaty ally, we defend allies, always. You moved your boats, gave us clear shot. Teamwork saved everyone. You're brave men, honor knowing you. But operation not finished. China sent 22 ships murder Filipino civilians, start war, blame accident, unacceptable, retaliation required, message needed, Pentagon authorization received, strike Chinese Coast Guard bases, immediate response. Admiral Richardson, Pacific Fleet Commander transmitted, Chafee, Gridley, Porter, excellent defensive action, 0 American casualties, 72 Filipino civilians saved, 22 Chinese attackers destroyed. Now Phase 2. 8 Chinese Coast Guard bases supporting ramming operations, Hainan Island, Woody Island, Fiery Cross Reef, Mischief Reef, Subi Reef, Johnson South Reef, Quarteron Reef, DeGavin Reef. Destroy them all. Tomahawk strikes authorized. Execute. 3 destroyers loaded Tomahawks, 24 missiles total, 8 targets, 3 missiles per target, guaranteed destruction, overwhelming force, message sending. At 10:35 a.m., 24 Tomahawk cruise missiles launched, supersonic weapons, terrain following, GPS guided, unstoppable, targeting 8 Chinese Coast Guard headquarters, command centers, docking facilities, repair yards, everything supporting ramming operations, everything enabling murder attempts, everything threatening Philippines. 24 Tomahawks struck 8 bases, massive explosions, docks destroyed, ships sunk, headquarters collapsed, communications eliminated, runways cratered, fuel depots exploding, secondary detonations, fires spreading, total devastation. Chinese Coast Guard's entire South China Sea infrastructure destroyed, 8 bases gone, 22 ships sunk, regional capability eliminated, replacement, decade minimum, cost, $15 billion, strategic impact, catastrophic. Xi's revenge plan backfired spectacularly.
The day China tried ramming 72 Filipino fishermen and learned what 340 U.S. Marines do about mass murder. 10:17 a.m., 22 Chinese Coast Guard ships, ramming speed, collision course, targeting 8 Filipino fishing boats, 72 civilians, families about to die. Planned murder, coordinated attack, war crime beginning. 10:44 a.m., 27 minutes later, all 22 Chinese ships destroyed, 72 Filipinos safe, 340 Marines victorious, 8 Chinese bases obliterated. Ramming attempt failed, murder prevented, justice delivered. This is what happens attacking American treaty allies. This is Operation Guardian Shoal. Send 22 ships murder Filipino fishermen. Think Americans won't intervene. Think numbers guarantee success. Think ramming unstoppable. Think wrong. 340 Marines don't watch murder, don't abandon allies, don't accept casualties. Harpoons destroy leaders. 5-inch guns eliminate followers. Phalanx shreds survivors. Tomahawks obliterate bases. 27 minutes. Complete annihilation. Perfect defense. Total victory. Never ram Filipino boats. Never threaten American allies. Never plan mass murder. Never think Marines won't fight. Never believe numbers matter. Never assume victory. Because 27 minutes later, your 22 ships sinking, your bases burning, your plan failed, your reputation destroyed, your aggression punished. Scarborough Shoal belongs Philippines, protected by treaty, defended by Marines, guaranteed by American power. Challenge that, face annihilation. 72 fishermen casting nets today, same location, same waters, same sovereignty. 340 Marines patrolling nearby, same commitment, same readiness, same promise. Attack Philippine civilians, face American steel. Ram fishing boats, lose Coast Guard fleet. Plan murder, earn destruction. Every single time, no exceptions, no mercy, no surrender. 340 Marines proved it. 22 destroyed ships confirmed it. 8 obliterated bases sealed it. Defend allies, protect civilians, destroy aggressors, always, absolutely, permanently.